right, so Lily, how's it been having two successful daughters?
Man, I might get emotional.
Really? For real? I thought we've been doing bosses now. We undefeated.
No, one thing I always pray that I have kids that understand the meaning of like working for themselves. Even though sometimes I feel like I have spoiled, well, one of them said they feel like they've been spoiled.
No, me, I didn't say that.
Precious believes she's been spoiled.
Yeah, Precious been spoiled.
And
Why you speak for me?
my husband believes she's been spoiled.
I seen it. I was there.
So, and Angel believes she's been spoiled.
Like of myself or of her? Yeah, I've been spoiled too, but you had to do the good work to get spoiled.
Yeah, I mean that's what I felt like that was good. But some people believe that you should not even do that because what happened is the child gonna do things based on that.
I mean, if you get good grades, there's nothing wrong with giving your child a gift or something. Because that's how you used to do it. Like, if we did the good work, then you reward us with it. It wasn't just here. Or if we asked for it here. I don't remember that.
I remember that. Like Grandpa?
Yeah.
I only said that because I remember you saying. I remember you saying that's how he feel like with Sammy, like that's okay. That's the only reason I said that. Because he was like,
Well, he did it. I think he did it with all of us. But I guess
so it's always been like that?
That's what he knows. You know, in the Haitian community, that's how they were raised. Like,
if they provide.
if they go to work and they feeding you, they putting clothes on your back, and you have a place to lay your head, you shouldn't be complaining about nothing.
Right.
That mean I love you. Like, you better appreciate
and
that.
I think that's of course that's good, and we should be appreciative of that. But it's like when you come to United States, the kids here, they learn about their emotions. They don't teach you that in Haiti. Because, you know, everybody that come from IET, like, they hardcore. Like, you see how France is, like, they built a certain way. And even with you sometimes, I feel like over time, through Precious especially, and through me, you've become to be, like, more soft-hearted. But you wasn't that before. You got to that point because when you go to school, they teach you about your emotions, what mental health is, and all this stuff. So that's why we feel so comfortable, look at social media, to be so overly sensitive about everything. I don't think being emotional is bad though. Like, and I think parents should acknowledge that, because you could save your child from heading the wrong way once you consider their feelings. If you don't, that's when kids become vagabond. They start doing whatever.
Seeing suicide on the news, and like, why did they kill themselves?
Just because you didn't have that one conversation with them, they feel like all those emotions is bottled up. They have nobody to talk to. The one person they want to talk to don't want to talk to them.
Because they got so much emotions.
They already feel like, listen, you have food on the table, you have a bed to lay on, you have clothes. I don't want to hear about nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to feel that way at one point because I was like, damn, I'm working hard as a single mom. I'm providing, doing everything that I need to be doing. Why is this child giving me so much pressure when she see I'm working hard? What problem can you possibly have?
And they just be wanting a conversation.
That's all it be.
That's all it be.
Before they go to somebody else to go vent and they give them the wrong advice.
The wrong advice.
Because that's what a mistake be. They don't want to talk. They hang around the wrong people. That, girl, I've been going through this. This boy broke my heart. Girl, broke your heart. Girl, I'll do this thing now where I prostitute and make this much money. Like, girl,
get an OnlyFans.
Yeah, like you go to advice to other people because you feel like the people I be around not into that. Like, they don't have sympathy. You get me? And that's hard to have sympathy because some people that's not some of these kids I see having kids is like, you have to be built for that. Like, you have to have that sympathy in you.
That's why
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
forever like grateful of the mom that we have,
Mhm.
because those real Zoes,
I seen real Zoes now.
they don't like.
They don't.
Yeah, because I remember that is a sad case. Like, for the first time, I remember I cussed at my dad. And I felt so guilty. I felt so bad. I was praying, because I was in the church. Like, I was praying, asking God to forgive me. I felt so guilty because, the Bible says to honor your parents. So I just felt terrible. And the more I pray about the situation, the more I felt like I needed to go to him and ask for forgiveness. And since my aunt, I was comfortable with my aunt, I asked her to call him and have a meeting. And I remember this day like it was yesterday. And when he came, I put my knees down. And I said to him, I would like to ask for forgiveness for being disrespectful to him. I should have never, ever raised my voice to cuss, because he's my father.
Right.
And this man turned his back around and left. And after that, I was like, wow.
But do you know that triggered something in you to even now where I see it, that, say for instance, even though like if he would extend his hand out and ask for help, like I'm pretty sure you would do it, but it will take time for you to be like, and now it's like instead of, oh, I want to help my father, because of a traumatizing time like that, where you poured your heart out and you was trying to apologize to the one person that matters to you, and he do something like that, like sucking his teeth. That's him disregarding your feelings.
Right.
And now, if he ever was to have, like,
want
that help, he's lucky that you're not even that type of person that would be like, no, I'm not helping him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Even though you can be like that, but he's lucky he don't have a daughter like that. But you see how you help grandma? You wouldn't help grandpa like that because of that.
You wouldn't be that willing. To help.
Yeah, because I think eventually I probably would, because knowing who I am, but
like,
it wouldn't be so intense.
Like, let me show you. Like, when mommy go to grandma, you've seen it. I've seen it. Anybody that goes with you to see grandma see it. Like, the care and the tenderness and the affection that's shown, it will not be displayed the same to your dad. That's what I'm saying. It will be more so, I feel like I have to. Like, you get what I'm saying? You know how, like, sometimes when grandma call and ask for stuff, we're busy in our lives, so sometimes it's like, but by the time you make it there, you could tell, like, I'm happy I did this. Versus if it's grandpa, you still gonna feel like,
what I see is just like, I just feel like if grandma asks you something, because I feel like you love both of them the same, I don't doubt that. Like, I don't doubt that you don't love grandpa, I'm your father. But what I do think is when it comes to doing, it's the doing and going out the way.
It's just gonna be different.
It's a different. That's with anyone in our lives. Like, people have to put you into a space where you drop everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then I'll take that back. It's not even that. Not every time you can drop everything.
That's but if for grandma, I see mom. You could be something can be happening. You can be. You could have been constructing this whole place that week. You was busy. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You was busy. Month. And felt like, oh, I can't attend to nothing right now. I'm busy, focused on this right now. I'm not doing this. I'm staying in the house. I feel like grandma is really the only person that could really. I'm going and then you're just like, Mom, I'm cook zodi, You're like, Mom, I'm sugar flanty, I got puma. I think you would be more. Oh, I gotta do this for my mom and go bring it to her.
Versus if your dad.
If grandpa did that, I feel like
You gonna think about
in your
that
head
other
a lot.
lady. Like, where's that other lady? You get what I'm saying?
You have so many things in your head that's
like,
gonna have you. It's gonna be reluctant. You're gonna be reluctant to do things.
Where's Samuel?
It's not that you're not gonna do it. It's just that, or you're not gonna think about it or give it a thought. It's just you're more reluctant to the situation with him. Like that's like when me and Angel at one point, when I was disrespectful at one point, it was easier for Angel to ask you for things, and you was a little bit more. But for me, it was like, this girl thinks she got it all situated. She don't respect me, or she don't do this stuff like.
But I can't even agree to that one.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Angel,
It's
can
not.
you agree to
It's
that
not as
one?
strong. Yes, you can. It's not as strong as Grandpa. It's not as strong as Grandpa, but it's the same. I'm trying to tell you.
The example you just used with you and Angel.
Cause let me tell you,
why not?
When you was not in this house, anytime you called, Mommy would drop and go to wherever you at to give you food, to do this, to do that. Even before y'all got like back good, you wasn't there, so you wouldn't see like how it would go down or what she was doing when you asked the help. And even when you didn't even ask the help, Mommy would just go and help you.
Right.
So it's not how you think. It's because you didn't see the behind the scenes. But I saw the behind the scenes. Like, you could tell that Mommy did not want you in the situation. And the reason why she kept going after her child, because he was trying to reel her back into reality. Like, okay, do you see how the world is now? Are you coming around? Like, I'm helping you. I don't want you to fall in too deep. That's why I keep helping you. I'm willing to drop everything to show you that I'm here. But at the same time, you have to see what's out there since you want to be out there. But you didn't see that behind the scenes, though.
I guess you're right.
And then she had to show you a little tough love, even though she didn't want to. But because she still had to hold her ground because of everything that happened.
Angel said everything right. She hit it on the nail.
So, if she said something that probably was like, you felt like, dang, why she had to say it like that? It's only because, like, Mommy would literally get off the phone and be like, you think I want to be like this with you kids? I wish that both you kids was in this house like that. Like, she would talk like that. That was around the time I had my own apartment and everything. So she was already dealing with me having my apartment. Now you get what I'm saying? You experiencing that side of the life, like, and she's like, oh my God, I just want my kids in one roof. But then she was like dealing with the fact that it was growing up. I felt like that was like how can I say? I feel like now that I have a daughter, I see exactly how you felt at that point. Like your kids was just going out into the world and you couldn't stop it. And it was frustrating you because you're like, oh, my children.
And funny thing was, everything that I was trying to avoid from happening with you guys, as far as you guys getting hurt,
and it happened.
It's like one way or another, you guys had to face
like right now we're
reality.
in heaven sleeping right now. It's hard to accept, but as a mother, when she gets older, you have to understand she is going to get hurt. You just have to train your daughter to be stronger than that, to not allow those things to make you who you are, because that's what it is. It's really not making a situation make you who you are.
But what kind of sucks though, because Mom did that.
What?
Like she taught us how to be strong-minded and how to select the right individual. Like she did.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We did. But what I'm saying on her end, looking outside looking in, it's gonna look like, damn, I'm trying to prevent them from being hurt. But little do you know, this situation could have hurt 10 times harder if I wasn't taught what I learned from you. Like, it's gonna hurt
that's
regardless.
Why I'm strong the way that I am.
Life is hard regardless.
Yeah.
Some people just can't. Some people just can't hold it. But you taught us, like, this is what's gonna happen in the world. It's like seeing it happen when I got older. Like, it was just like, wow, Mom was really trying to say this and that and this and that. And I had to remember.
We seen Dad do his stuff. So can you imagine if we see that in another man? It's probably gonna look like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I wasn't expecting this from you, but because I seen that before. And not just you, other people, like other men, they're like this. And sadly, in the black community, that's just how it is with the fathers and the men that's supposed to make sure he got your back. Like, they just do stuff like that.
Yeah, the black community is crazy. Well, it's throughout, but in the black community, it is the worst. Like, men are not taking responsibility how they should, and the woman is left being the responsible party, the mom and the dad.
But you know what's crazy? There's no good or bad way to teach a child while you're working. Thinking about it.
Talking about this, not just like.
Because I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm like, I know a child that's had a mom that said, these boys ain't for you, leave these boys alone, da 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 da, da da da. And she's a complete asshole. So it all depends on how, like, you can't do too much of something and you can't do too less of something. It has to be like, it's just a way you do it. Like, it just has to make sense. It's like there's no right or wrong, literally. Like,
you just gotta make sure, there's no manual on how to raise a baby to become a whole adult. But there's a foundation when it comes to the Bible. If we do follow, it would give us some idea of how to raise our children, especially right now. Like, this world always been wicked, but for some reason, odd reason, I don't know if it's because now everything is on social media. Everything feels like it's 100% more intense. 'Cause what's going on out there in this world, sometimes I'm like, I have a granddaughter, heaven. I'm like, what heaven gonna have to be dealing with in the next 10 years? Because the world already looking crazy right now.
honestly, the word of God is important in every person or child that you're teaching to. The thing is, with that doesn't stop what the world has coming for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the problem is not, that's why I keep saying,
the problem is not how you like.
it's not us, yeah. It's not, that's.
It's the deceit.
And that's what everybody else. It's not about, because 9 times out of 10, a mother gonna try. They're gonna do what they can to make sure their child, is good. And of course, no mother is gonna watch their daughter walk into something to hurt themselves, and they're gonna hurt themselves and let them hurt themselves. They're gonna teach their child, but at the end of the day, all you can really do is just teach your child how not to let what's happening in the world change who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world is evil. That's the main problem. If everybody could get pregnant and stay home, you have to, like they said, when you get pregnant, your child cannot leave the house. They have to be raised in your house from the day they was born to 18. I promise you that child not gonna know a lick of what evil is out there. They won't know how to prepare for it.
They're not watching TV.
But then again,
it's important that's
how they're
gonna
get hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
More.
Like, because you're
gonna
gonna
see
what's
that's
happening
what I was trying to
out
say.
there.
Because you go in there and like la la mode, like
that's why I say all you can do
in the house for so long. So when you go out there, freedom.
Me.
Oh, friends. Oh,
it's not.
Boy, like.
I promise. It's really just teaching your child not to let the world conform. Because that's the main problem. People get influenced easily. People are easily like persuaded. It's easily. I've done watch. I ain't got no money for rent. Grab you $1,000 and be easily influenced. Like, I've watched it plenty of times, and I'm just like, wow. I watched this girl break down to me how I'm not like these other people. I'm not like this. I'm not like that. But the world could break you down sometimes, where you start going against your belief and what you believe in, because you feel like things not working out. But no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it gets, I need you to stay you.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next chat. This was a nice little chat. I like having those chat with my girls. They be enlightening me sometimes. Thank you, girls.
All right, bye, YouTube.